Good evening. I apologize for the technical difficulties. First of all, I just want to say welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, whether it be from day one or just recently. Thank you very much for all the love and support that you've given me. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. And I want to give a huge shout out to all of those who allow me to enter into your devices. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. If you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to either catch it live or catch it on the playback. And as you can see by the thumbnail, tonight we're having another episode of Open Discussion. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with open discussion, what that means is I'm going to be talking regarding several topics. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my humble opinion regarding each topic. Of course, it's an opportunity for everyone who's viewing this to um, to enter their comment as well. Okay. Also, if there's anything that's on your mind that you want me to talk about, we could discuss it here. What I do ask is that please keep it respectable. Remember, this is meant to be a safe space for everyone to share their point of view. Um, so, and watching this, I just want to say thank you very much. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my first topic, known as now, for the benefit of those of you who do not understand who is the peanut gallery. The peanut gallery is referring to a collective of individuals that either YouTube creators or just people who appear on panels, of which their purpose on YouTube is not to entertain, is not to educate, but to create a toxic environment here in YouTube. Okay. We have seen this um, in many different areas. Okay. We are seeing toxic behavior among, the YouTube streets um, that's frequented by um, similar platform YouTube creators, which I have been affiliated with, whether it be from the Latino side, whether it be from the African American side, or whether it be by the biracial or multiracial community. Okay. Now, of course, every YouTube creator has the right to govern their platforms as they see fit. The reality is that unfortunately, you have some individuals that use their platforms not to edify, not to educate, entertain, not to educate, but to harass and to um, to create a toxic environment uh, for others. Why do they do this? I have no idea. And I see here we have the presence of Don Armando. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for stopping. And I just want to let everybody know that Don Armando has his own platform. So I would encourage everyone to please subscribe. And unless I'm mistaken, I think he's going to do a stream later tonight. Um, become I don't know, I think 11 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. But I will try to attend that stream. Okay. So as I was saying, yeah, unfortunately, the reality is we do have certain individuals in these YouTube streets that have mental health issues, and instead of devoting their time in these YouTube streets, what they should be doing is trying to get therapy to deal with whatever is going on in their lives and whatever trauma that they cause, and just vacate the premises, at least until they get their act together. Now, the next thing I'm going to be discussing is it's a unique topic, which is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I see here, okay, let's see. And I see here we also have the presence of the frauding charlatans. Good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. You've been away. You know what? That could be possible. That could be possible. Well, first of all, the frauding, thank you very much uh, for stopping by. Now, let me just explain to my understanding regarding the concept the enemy of my enemy is my friend, which is the following. You might know someone that you have beefs, that you have issues with, okay? And then that individual might have beefs or issues with other people as well. So, under that concept, being that your adversaries is having beefs with other people, so therefore you would try to strike an alliance with those individuals. First, with all due respect, I find it very weak. Okay, I find it very shallow. If you're going to have any friendship, or if you're going to have some sort of alliance, it should be something that it'll be mutual beneficial, okay, and it's something and people who you actually like, not because people have beef with your adversary and then all of a sudden you're going to try to link up with them. I'm sorry, in my opinion, that does not make any sense one way or another. Well, of course, everyone's entitled to their own personal point of view. So moving on to the next topic, season 6 of Uncommon Sense. Okay. The topic, the theme for season 5 has been moving forward. In other words, not living on the past, but moving forward, and focusing on the present and focusing on trying on the future. Well, okay. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's an advantage to be a loner. Okay. But in any case, there will be a season 6. Now, I'm going to try to do some things a little bit differently on my platform. Um, of course, the original concept of my platform was that we would deal with everyday issues where try to find logical solutions. Yeah, yeah, you know what? That's true. If you have people in your family interest, you are gonna fail because you know why? Because not everyone shares your vision, and that's something that I've seen. Okay, I've seen some envy in regards to these YouTube creators, and I mean I understand but it doesn't have to be cutthroat. So for season six, which might either in June or July. I don't know. I need to um, finalize those details. Okay, you want to, Marina? Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you okay. First of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to Marina. She also has a YouTube channel of her own, and she does produce this interesting content. Now, she does tend to do her streams late, and the reason behind that is that that way she don't conflict with other YouTube creators. So I would suggest that you check out her stream, and okay, you might have to stay up late, but I think you're gonna find out that it's well worth it. Okay, um, I consider Marina a very intelligent and articulate individual. Okay, try to do some things differently. What I might do, maybe interview some other YouTube creators. Um, there's a couple of people that I would like to reach out to interview. Um, I have to be mindful that certain people have certain beefs with certain, YouTube creators that appear on my platform, so I have to be mindful of that. And last thing I want to do is create any toxic environment. Okay. One thing I do plan to do definitely is more female topics. Okay, and what do I mean by that? In other words, topics that ladies can relate to. Now I've done a couple last year. I did a stream regarding femininity and how it started and how it morphed into what it is today. Okay, and I was privileged that I had in the panel four strong ladies. I had Keisha, Hazel, Golden Goddess, and Multiracial Movement briefly. So I'm gonna be um, going, okay, either towards the end of the season or definitely next season. I'm going to try to bring up more topics that the ladies can relate to. One thing I am definitely going to do, and I have to reach out to Keisha, is that I want to discuss debunking the myths regarding African American women. Now, unfortunately, here in these YouTube streets and in social media, African American women are not looked on positively. I mean, they have another negative stereotype. So, what I'm going to be doing is trying to debunk some of these stereotypes and trying to give a more balanced view regarding African American women. So, um, hopefully, I will have that done. And thank you for the like, Amaya. Hopefully, I'll have that done within the next 2 weeks. And I will hope that all of you stop by, particularly the ladies. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is going forward. I'm going to not be excuse me, going forward. I'm not going to be making any for references to the golden spear. Now, the reason why, first of all, it's not like I have issues with the Golden Spear. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of infighting um, in the Golden Spear, and unfortunately, when I started dealing with with the community, I was in the middle of an internal struggle. Things to be a little bit more quiet, but I think the reason why I'm not going to be making any more references to the Golden Spirit, because any issues with that community, it is best that they try to resolve it okay, with as little involvement as I can. The people are not going to interact with her. Okay. And of course, everyone is welcome on my platform. What I mean is, I'm going to be dealing with individuals more, and not so much as a collective. Because one thing we have to bear in mind, um, as I stated before, there's good and bad in every community, and I think it's easy. I think it's better if I just refer to individual members, individuals, and keep that moving. Now, the next thing is mutual support. Now, you one thing you have noticed in most of my streams, whenever other YouTube creators appear in the chat or on the platform, I always give a shout out, and I encourage them, the audience, to subscribe and check out their content. Those YouTube creators that support this channel, I will continue to give others to supporting as well. Those who do not support my platform, I'm not going to support theirs either. It's not a question of envy. It's not a question of jealousy. Is that we should mutually support each other. Okay? Whether it be Morena, whether it be Latin splaining, whether it be Golden Goddess, whether it be multiracial movement, whether it be Kenny Dion, whether it be AMR, whether it be Radical Latino, whether it be Don Armando, whoever. Okay. These people, these YouTube creators, I will continue to encourage the uncommon folk to support their platforms because they support mine. Okay. It's not a question of, how can I say this? It's, first of all, it's just that we're all, for the most part, are small creators. Okay. All of us, with the exception of Radical Latino and Golden Goddess, most of the people that I support and they support me have under 1,000 subs. So we're all small YouTube creators. Okay. And one thing you have to bear in mind is each one of us has a different niche. Okay. Radical Latino has his niche. Latin splaining have her niche. The introvert Boricua has his niche. The 18th letter has his. Don Armando has his niche. Multiracial movement has hers. Golden Goddess have hers. AMR has his. Blazing King has his. Kenny Dion has hers. Okay. And Ritza has hers. So I think it's a she. I don't know if defrauding charlatan has. I think defrauding charlatan has a YouTube channel, and I just want to say, if he does, I'm going to ask that you please support his channel as well. Okay. So I'm going to continue to promote other YouTube creators who appear on the platform who support me. It is that simple. Now we're going to change gears to something that's very parochial. Okay, and that has to do with my union's elections. Okay, some of you know, or most of you know, that I am a municipal employee of the city of New York. I also belong to a union, which is District Council 37. And I also belong to a local, which is Local 371, which is a social service employees union. That's basically white collar people who work in social services. Every 3 years, we have our elections. So we have an election this year for the offices, um, delegates to DC 37, and delegates to the Central Labor Council. Okay. I am a current supporter of the administration, which is run under the jurisdiction of our President Anthony Wells. The reason why I'm supporting this current administration is due to the fact of what's been done during his tenure. First of all, no one has gotten laid off in nearly 12 years. That's very important. And especially when thousands of municipal employees across the country has been laid off, the fact that none of our people have been laid off, that's a good thing. Also, our membership has increased. Also, um, we just got a new economic contract, which we were getting um, over 15% raises over 5 years, plus a $3,000 uh, sign-in bonus, plus retro money. In other words, so and plus we also getting a committee which will look into such things as hybrid teleworking, condensed work schedule, which means instead of working 5 days a week, you will work 4 days a week. And I see here we have Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight we're having open discussion. So basically, anything that's on your mind, Irby, we will discuss it. Okay. Okay. So that being said, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is um, the resettlement that Fox News had with Dominion. This has to do with the 2020 presidential elections, of which um, Fox News gave misleading information stating that the election was rigged, and you know, instead of telling the truth, told a lot of lies and made accusations against Dominion, which led to a lawsuit. Okay, which they reached a settlement. Fox News will have to pay Dominion $787 million. Now that's a huge settlement. Now I just found out today that what's going to happen is the following: instead of Fox News paying for the settlement, the costs and all the legal fees is going to be passed on to us through other tax means, which means whatever legal costs, guess what? They get rid off, and then the public, and we paying for their crimes. Now that really sucks, but that's how it is with media, which is why some people don't like watching the news because it basically fabricating lies and fabricating. Okay. So moving forward, one thing I am more often going to be doing, okay, short videos. When I mean short, it's basically something that's like a million and a half stuff that will appear on TikTok. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still figuring out how to deal with TikTok. Okay, how to do the editing, how to do the music or whatever. But one thing I do know that there are a lot of people, particularly the millennials, that are into TikTok. So what I'm gonna be doing is starting next week, I'm gonna be doing some more videos, which will be under 2 minutes on TikTok, which will be on TikTok, Instagram, and what have you. Um, for the first of all, to try to get a big audience in TikTok, and with the hope that some of my followers in TikTok will consider subscribing to the platform. Okay. And speaking about the platform, one thing I have not been posting a lot of content on my other one platform, which is Latina Diaspora. And the reason why behind that is that I'm trying to strengthen um, this main platform. Lately, the views have been smaller, and so what I'm going to try to do is try to do some different things um, with for the purpose of trying to gain a bigger presence in TikTok. Hopefully, by appearing more on TikTok, that will attract people to come to the platform. Now, the next thing I'm going to be discussing is upcoming streams. Okay, now I do have two streams scheduled for next week. Okay, uh, so Tuesday, I think it's 8:30. I'm going to be dealing with the topic regarding bullying in the workplace. Okay. Now, you would think that in an environment when adults are working, that bullying does not exist. Oh, yes, it does. You have certain people um, who have the charm and the grace of a ball in a classroom. Okay, you have certain individuals, jerks, more like it, who misbehave and they yell and they scream and they bully um, co-workers and things of that nature. So recently, I attended virtual training that dealt with bullying in the workplace. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be discussing that topic um, Tuesday, um, and hopefully it will help some of those um, which are the victims of bullying in the workplace. So that's going to be the main topic on Tuesday. On Thursday, the topic is going to be make your life free. Okay. Now, people and so very toxic. Okay. We have toxic friends. We have toxic colleagues. We have toxic siblings. We even have toxic loved ones, spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, what have you. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be discussing how to make your life as toxic free as possible. Okay. So hopefully, you will consider participating. Okay. And of course, as always, um, I will always place the link in the chat. Sure, anyone wishes to join the panel, and hopefully we can have a serious discussion. So going to the next topic. When I did my stream last Friday regarding humorous moments on Uncommon Sense, I did not think that it would produce um, the amount of attention that it did get. Okay, in fact, in just a week, it's gotten close to 200 views, and it's actually gotten 16 likes, which is quite a bit for this platform. Okay. So one thing I am going to be doing is I'm going to be doing more humorous streams. And actually, there are other uh, audio clips which I'll be playing. Some of it is going to be based on last week's stream, and also, yes, yes, Irby, that was fun. So we're gonna be doing it more often. How often I'm gonna do it? Hmm. Um, you know what? I think we do it on a Friday. What time? I don't know. Maybe 9 o'clock. Yes, yeah, yes. All the people that watching on the clouds, please hit the like. Okay, it's not going to hurt you. Okay, and it does help with the algorithm. Okay, so I will be doing that. And in fact, there were a few humorous moments on last Friday streams, so I might just be doing that. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out with someone that see if they can co-host it with me, so we can laugh. Okay. The whole point of the stream was to laugh. Okay. The fact of the matter is, we go through our daily struggles every week. Okay. And we got to deal with things like going to work, getting on the subway, dealing with all the craziness that's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing that, and let's see what Irby has to say about this. Okay, yeah. So how often I'm gonna be? So I'm gonna be doing it very quite more often. Okay. Um, Hopefully, maybe I can get someone to co-host with me, and we can talk about the humorous moments, which I never realized there's so many humorous moments on the platform. Okay, which leads me to the next topic: self-promotion. Now, of course, one thing about me is that I do appear on other people's platforms, and at times I do self-promote. But you know what? That's perfectly normal. Okay, look, any YouTube creator that has some gray matter, they're gonna do a little self promotion. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not going to be embarrassed by simply doing it. Okay. First of all, if I don't promote myself, no one will. Number one. And number two, I offer something which, in my is very clear. First of all, I deal with everyday issues and we try to come up with logical solutions. So it's a discussion channel. Also, it's a safe space for everyone to share their point of view, and it's okay if we disagree. Because one thing for sure, my platform is not an echo chair, okay? And to be perfectly honest, I think that it's been about equal as far as uh, guests would say, express opinions, whether they agree or disagree. I don't have a problem with that, okay? And I truly believe that we can learn through disagreements, okay? I'm not going to agree with everything people say. I don't agree with everything that has with that, for example, Latin Spain, Denise Gonzalez stated. In fact, how many times have we disagreed? The difference is we manage to be agreeable when we disagree. The same thing with Gigi, the same thing with Multi, the same thing with Irby, the same thing with Don Armando, same thing with Radical Latino, same thing with Melanated 9, the 18 Leather, the Intruder Bericua. Okay? Because, folks, uncommon sense is not an echo chamber. Now, there are YouTube creators that run their platforms like an echo chamber. And you know what? That's perfectly fine with them. They are free to run their platforms in any fashion that they see fit. Okay. So you're not going to see me um, trying to censor people. All I'm going to just say is the following: you don't like a person's platform, you're not obligated to consume it. And people, no one is obligated to consume my platform. I mean, okay. If what I say does not make any sense or it's full of garbage, you do have options, which is not consume my content and just go to another crap platform. It is that simple. Okay. And if people get butthurt simply because I'm promoting my channel, well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I don't care. Because I happen to suffer from an incurable disease called I don't care itis. Okay. Literally. I'm at this stage where I'm not even going to worry about it. And if I lose subs, if I gain subs, I gain subs. Obviously, I want to gain more subs, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it because I lose a couple subs here and there. Okay. I'm going to remain true to myself and I'm going to remain true to the uncommon folk. Now, the next thing I'm going to be discussing is more mental health issues. And why are we discussing it? Well, first of all, we have been through so much stuff the last 3 years. First of all, we had to deal with COVID-19. And here in New York, we had lockdowns, we had curfews. We could not go to the theater, we could not go to a movie, we could not go to a ball gang or what have you. Uh, those of us that were able to work from home were able to do so. Not everyone had that luxury, and unfortunately, you have millions of people across the country who have lost jobs um, due to due to the pandemic. And then for those who did work from home, you have to deal with the fact that you're home and with your significant other and your children and everyone else, and it also created a sense of loneliness. It also created lack of human content, which unfortunately led to other issues such as depression, such as increased domestic violence, and also, unfortunately, we have lost loved ones uh, due to either COVID 19 or either due to other medical conditions. And unfortunately, in some cases, you have people that were killed simply because of the color of their skin. And then after dealing with COVID 19, you had to deal with all the different variants and what have you. And then you had to deal with monkeypox. I don't know if that's still going on or what have you. Okay. And another thing that's been very challenging is the fact that um, we had to do things that totally unnatural for us. First of all, the whole thing wearing masks. Okay. Particularly in the summertime, I mean that's not very comfortable. Also, the issue with also the fact that we had to do social distancing. Also, some washing your hands for 20 seconds. Something we should have been doing from the Giddy app. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, and thousands and thousands of businesses closed down permanently because they were not able to adjust to life under COVID. Okay. Which is a sad reality. Okay. Um, yep. Yeah, monkeypox was. I mean, look, we was. I mean, we're still dealing. We were still dealing with the COVID-19 variants, and then we had to deal with monkeypox and all that kind of stuff. And then not only that, um, the fact that you had members of the Asian community that was attacked and held responsible for COVID-19. So it was a rough. It's been a rough couple of years for all of us. And in my case, um, in 2020, within a 6 month period, I lost both my oldest sister and my mom. And in fact, it's been 3 years since my oldest sister passed away. And now we're coming in my. We have been through a great deal. And to be true, no one knew how to deal with a health crisis of this magnitude. And and unfortunately, you have people who spread misinformation, which made it worse. And then you had information. Okay, first of all, at one point, we were told not to wear masks. Then we were told that we had to wear masks. Then we were told we have to wear two masks. Okay, we had to wear a disposable mask under a non-disposable mask. Then we were told that if we were vaccinated, we didn't need to wear masks. Then we were told we have to. Then were told we have to be vaccinated and wear masks. Okay, and then we were told, well, we need 3 more boosters. So, um, the information changed almost weekly. So that created a lot of skepticism. And also another issue is after 3 years, people are getting bloody tired of wearing masks. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I'm sick and tired of wearing masks. Half the time I don't wear a mask at all. I'm gonna keep it real. Um, at my job, okay, at my desk, and if I'm in the immediate area of my desk, I don't wear a mask. Once I leave my immediate area, I wear a mask because people um, get a little antsy if you don't wear a mask. But are we ever going to get to the point when life is going to be before um, COVID? I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is eventually this is going to become like a flu, and looks like we're going to have to be either vaccinated or we do something or find some sort of natural way to fight out these infections. Okay. So I have been 50. So now my question is the following. What is on your mind, folks? Okay. The link is in the chat. To all of you wishes to to comment and spread your point of view. If you don't feel comfortable getting on the panel, that's fine. If you don't feel comfortable making a comment, that's fine. But at least if you got a cloud watch, hit the like button. It's not gonna cost you anything. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna make it's not gonna cramp your style. But it does help with the algorithm. Okay, and it's not like I'm asking you to hit the Cash App. Of course, that would be nice if you did, but I'm not gonna make it an issue. Okay. So, just get something to drink because unfortunately, when I talk a lot, I get very thirsty. Excuse me. Okay. So, I think moving forward, most of my streams are probably going to be around 8 or 8:30. Um, the only exception is going to be when I do the humor streams. That will be around 9. Okay. Um, most likely it's going to be on a Friday. Okay. So, but I will say this again. A huge shout out to my union sister Keyshawn of Wine and Face. Okay. And the fact of the matter is she out surpassed me. Okay. Now she has more subs than I do. And first of all, I just want to say huge shout out to you, Keyshawn, for all the success that you have achieved on your platform. Okay. Because even though we can give you let's see what well you know what, to be perfectly honest, no one hit the Cash App. Oh, so but you know what, I'm not losing sleep over it. But it doesn't cost you to hit the like button. Okay. It does not cost you anything. And actually, it does help me. Okay. At least it gives me an idea as far as content, whether people like the content, hello, or people hate the content. So at least that way, it gives me an idea how to improve my platform. Okay, because I do strive to provide quality content. I mean, just at times, I just a lot of the times it's a struggle stream because if it's not the Wi-Fi, it's a hardware. Okay, so anyway, but going back, a huge shout out to you, Keisha. I mean, I really am happy with all the success that you have achieved, and you just go and be your successful son. Also, give a huge shout out to Gigi with all the success that she has in her platform. The same thing goes to multi. The same thing goes to Latin explaining. The same thing goes to Radical Latino. Okay. Um, of course, I'm going to do my part to help try help support some of the other content creators, mainly the intro Boricua and the 18th letter. Okay, because it's when you have channels with low subcounts. Okay, okay, that's something that I can understand and I can appreciate because it's hard when you create a new platform. Okay, first of all, you're trying to learn your way. You're trying to find content where people will actually tune in, and you're trying to grow your channel. And to be perfectly honest, there's a lot more to be a YouTube creator than to simply um, creating a stream, get behind a computer, and just talk your head off. You have to do your research, okay, and you have to have material to talk about. You know what? I think okay. Now I do know. I think G has a stream tomorrow night. If I'm not mistaken, I think hers it's at 10:30. But you know one thing I do miss. She hasn't done a podcast with Moti in a while. Okay. Maybe because there's nothing new to report, or maybe because they've been busy because they both live active lives when you think about it. Okay. Gigi has an active life. Molten leads an active life. Denise leads an active life. Also, the introvert Rika and the 18th letter. And again, it takes a great deal of time and energy to create a topic. First of all, you got to think of a topic. Then you got to do you got to do your research, okay? And then you got to present your research in a way that that's relatable to your audience, okay? And another thing, just doing a way that you're not acting like a snob, okay? Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna piss off your audience if you do that. And let me tell you something: the audience is not stupid, okay? And I'll say this regarding the uncommon folk: they're very intelligent and they're very opinionated. They will express their point of view. Okay. Irby, yeah. Question: have you ever thought about creating a YouTube channel for yourself? If you have a lot of free time, that's something you may want to consider. Okay, and you can focus your stream, your platform regarding anything. Maybe you can focus regarding biracial people who are your age group, or maybe you can develop a discussion channel. Okay, just something to think about. Okay, Irving. You know that if you were to create such a platform, I would support it, and I would encourage the uncommon folk to subscribe to your channel once you do decide to have a channel. Of course, not everyone strives to be a YouTube creator. I mean, it took me about 4 months, no correction, 5, before I finally created my YouTube channel, and then have to learn how to do certain things, like how to learn how to share video clips and images, happen to prepare thumbnails, having to prepare content, and organize and plan it. Okay. Also, I had to learn how to be able to produce material to talk about in the event that no one shows up. Okay. And of course, there were some things I was not aware of. Okay. One of them is how to deal with. Okay. Well, you know what? That's your choice, and I respect that. Okay. Yeah. And let's keep it a buck. I mean, certain individual from Canada does not like you, and there's devoted streams regarding you, and people like Gigi and Multi and myself. Yes. Well, I'm sure Denise does appreciate the love and support that you have shown towards her. I mean, and to be perfectly honest, I've been privileged. I have spoken with her outside of YouTube. So, so I consider myself very fortunate to be part of her inner circle. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link one more time. If no one else wishes to uh, join, join the panel or enter a comment, I'll start to wrap it up. Okay. I think the longest that I have ever gone been an hour and a half. Okay. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not one that talks a great deal. Okay. And that's something I have to learn to do as well. Okay. Because those of you who know me know that I'm the type of person I believe in getting to saying what needs to be said and just get to the point. Okay. I don't believe in giving 6 hour dissertations and what have you. Okay. I'm the type of person I'll ask kindly get to the point And I mean kindly get to the point. The last thing I need is someone to give me a war and peace version of a situation when they can when the short version is fine. Okay. I so it's taking me some effort to speak for more than an hour, but I can do it. I can do it. So, but I can understand Irby because, and also, let's like I said before, certain individuals will only attack you even more. Okay, but I find it very odd. The person who lives in Canada, who does not know anything about the United States, all of a sudden has an opinion. Okay, but you know what? Everyone, and I repeat, everyone has the right to run the government platforms as they see fit. And again, if you don't like a person's content, you are not obligated to consume it. Not at the very least. So, yep, that's true. That's true. And what I find bizarre that you have okay that you have certain YouTube creators that their only purpose is to do reaction videos because they cannot stand certain creators. Okay, so that's all you can do. I'm sorry. I find them to be very weak. I find them to be very lazy. The reason why I say that because it takes no effort at all to do a stream that one YouTube creator did and videos. Okay, it's very lazy. It takes effort to create content. It takes effort to develop a theme or a topic and how you want your stream to function. It takes energy. It takes time. Not everyone is willing to do that. Okay. And of course, some people they do their streams at the last minute. I don't. Okay. It's easier for me if I can plan it because at least first of all, what it does is what two a couple of things. First of all, people know that follow me when I'm going to stream. Now, does that mean that they're always going to appear on my platform? You mean like basketball you mean basketball or hockey? Um, hmm. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Okay. I'm not really. I mean, I'm not into sports that much anymore. Uh, but you know what? This is a this is a diversion. You know what? Maybe I can do reaction to certain sporting events like the NBA playoffs or the hockey playoffs or the World Series and things of that nature, and just give my point of view. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the only problem is I really don't have a basketball team that I like. So that's something I think I need to develop for next season. To find a good basketball, well, a basketball team which I enjoy following. Um, as far as going to the games, I hate to imagine how much it is. I mean, first of all, You have to buy the tickets, number one, which can be very expensive. And then you have to buy, well, okay, I would say refreshments. I'm not even going to call it food. Okay, I mean, let's keep it a buck. It's overpriced refreshments, whether it be hot dogs, pretzels, soda, beer. Okay, now I'm just letting you know. I haven't been to a sporting event in years, so I really don't have a clue what type of food they saw with sporting, like in basketball games, baseball games, and whatever. I really don't have a clue, but I can watch it from home, and it's first of all, I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars watching a basketball game or a football game or a baseball game. Okay, I can watch it from the confines of my own apartment, and I don't have to worry about crowds. I don't have to worry about trying to get on the subway or mass transit and what have you. I can just simply relax, and if I want to watch a basketball game wearing my pajamas, I can do so, or shorts, or whatever makes me feel more comfortable. But in any case, okay, let me just get. I'm sorry. I just got a little sidetrack, but I'm gonna stop to wrap this up because it's gonna be almost an hour and 15 minutes, and I usually don't talk this long. Okay, I usually don't talk this long, but it was nice to be able to chew the fat, even if it was just me and with the audience. So I think I'm gonna try to catch some of the basketball games this weekend. Okay, and you know what? Maybe I might give a reaction some point this season, some point in the next couple of weeks. Well, in any case, I do appreciate the presence of Charlton, Irby, and Don Amanda. Okay, because to be perfectly honest, you could have just easily watched anything else. You didn't have to listen to me talk. Okay. Oh, okay. I think maybe I'll watch that. But in any case, I also want to give all of you an opportunity to watch sports and or maybe you want to go out in the town, check out a movie, go to a bar, or what have you. In any case, I really do appreciate all everyone who watch it live or who watch it on the playback. Okay, and by all means, people, please feel free to enter a comment after the stream is over, um, and we will gather again soon. I will do another stream this Tuesday night. Okay, so yeah. So that being said, yes, peace to you, Irby. And again, thank you. I think you've been one of the most loyal members of the Uncommon Folk. Okay. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Unfortunately, my computer is a little slow. Okay. So, oops, excuse me. You know, just for once, I would love to go through one stream, excuse me, without any difficulties with my Wi-Fi. But you know what? You know, you gotta have a sense of humor. It is that simple. Okay. Well, that being said, hello, hello, hello. You know what? I'm just gonna end the stream. Thank you very much. Let's make sure. Oh boy, come on.